New
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad season. Instead of putting the known villain Mr. Freeze, they gender swapped him, and now is Mrs. Freeze, who is a lesbian. The summary of the new season overall, it's so bad, it's funny.
As you can see, we have the character, Mrs. Freeze. We also have a few skins. Science of Style Arkham Pack, so it's just the...
Am I the only person who thinks that it might be a little bit stereotypical that every time they put a lesbian in the game, they make her look the same way? With like that weird haircut and they make her look masculine? That's not what being a lesbian is. It's a...
No, they did that because equality. Representation. They just represent one type.
Sexuality, it's not an image. Like it's crazy to me how these people who are supposedly so progressive keep stereotyping everybody they're trying to represent. Fucking stop it. There's plenty of lesbians that don't look like this. I looked it up. I know this for sure.
Miss Freeze.
Come.
I'm falling myself off a cliff. Well, here I don't even follow comics that well anymore because of the like. Is that even a real character in DC? Like, I legitimately don't know. Because I know Mr. Freeze. It is a character in DC. See, I knew Mr. Freeze had a wife at some point or something like that. It's Mr. Freeze. I know there's Mr. Freeze. But you know how comics are. They have alternate realities and stuff like that. So I'm wondering if, like... But why... I don't know. It's...
Sick pack.
Uh-huh.
Is that her without the thing? What?
I'm okay. We're just gonna move on. The Riddler's Mark of Intelligence.
Welcome to the channel. I'm reacting to another content creator, reacting to another content creator because I'm creatively bankrupt as a person. So yeah.
Miss Freeze, wife, gal.
So so like, I'm not part of the LGBTQ or anything like that. But would this not be offensive to stereotype? To see yourself being stereotyped like that? That's like me being a Southerner here in America. I hate it when people stereotype the way I talk because of my accent. I couldn't, like, I would think that if I was part of this community and they were stereotyping me, it would be, that's what I would think.
Here's the thing.
But nobody calls it out. Nobody calls it out. I don't understand. Like, they have people there who are supposed to, like, be hired to represent these individuals in these communities. But they're not calling out that, hey, this seems kind of like stereotypical. This seems kind of like it could be offensive. Like, because they're all afraid of being called out. That's crazy, though.
Pride. Like,
how can you sit there and have these platforms for inclusivity, but you can't even have a like...
Nope, nobody's...
The people that you hire can't say it canceled, but
one of the most like kindergartner articles.
But they're gonna get canceled anyway if they make a shit product like this. So why not say something to at least try to save your fucking job? It just doesn't. I feel like I feel bad because I think like I'm not a DEI guy, but I do think representation does need to happen and it does matter. But like when you only do stereotypes. Is it really representation? I don't feel like it is. In which case, from a business standpoint, why are you wasting your money on hiring a bunch of shitheads who aren't representing people? They're just stereotyping them.
This isn't, in no world is this fashionable or interesting. Like, it literally looks like when you're in the character creator and you just do the like press X to random.
I'm gonna be honest. I look at that costume. It's the same thing somebody said about that chair. And wow, bro. I look at that costume. That's the least gay thing in all of Suicide Squad. I've seen a lot of stuff about that game. That's the least gay thing I've ever seen.
Okay.
That's what this looks like. You know, the character designs in the base game were really good. I don't know who they got to do these, but God,
I'm sure people
it's
who
what makes
fought
you
for
think,
gay
like,
rights
was
all
there
those
just
years
honestly no
ago did not
feedback?
fight for this
Nobody
woke.
give
No,
any
they
feedback
didn't.
at all at any point.
They
in this?
absolutely
'Cause that's what
didn't.
it looks like. I mean, it looks like there's just no feedback.
It's
Nobody
it,
was
it almost reminds
honest.
me of like
Nobody said, "Are you
Nobody can be honest because people are afraid of if they're honest
it.
about this.
It almost reminds me of it's
they
like
get painted.
people who sit there and do this thing don't actually know that many gay people, and they just went to gay pride where they are overly flamboyant in the celebration, and they think that, oh, this is gay people. That's what it feels like.
It is some kind of a bad person. That's the reason why.
I don't
It
even
is,
think
like,
it's
this is
just
what you came
lefties. I
up
think
with?
it's just
Yeah.
stupid
This
people who don't know what the
doesn't
fuck they're
disservice to
doing.
Like, if you
Like-
wore this to Pride, everyone would feel shame. You know, like, this
does
is
look stupid.
unbelievably bad. I'm at a loss. Okay, so there's that. And then, like, this one, like, you're gonna wear a garbage bag with, like, a little red. I
It's like
can't zoom
almost
out.
One Punch
It's
Man.
just bad. It's just bad, dude. I don't know what to tell you. It's just freaking bad. But the idea that you would spend $10 on that.
Dude, there's no way.
$10.
See, this is what I'm
Like,
talking
$10
about.
not-
The bar is so low. The bar is so low. No one's going to give a fuck about this voice actor strike, I don't think. Because stuff like this is getting pushed as like good stuff.
You could buy
Well, it's
Ford
not.
Concord
People who
for that
game
kind
know
of
it's
money.
not, but
Jeez. I'm at a loss. I'm already stunned. Like, this is what's honestly really entertaining
Look how
about this.
stupid these look. Look at the Joker, bro. The Joker looks like a. What's the word for it? He looks like that kind of guy that would emotionally abuse his girlfriend.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he looks like a Minecraft content creator. So yeah, that's probably accurate.
You know, like that's the kind of dude. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is the Jared Leto Joker.
Also, in Jared Leto's defense, apparently they cut out a fuck ton of stuff for his like Joker. I'm not saying it would have been good, but
Though, is
Look how
that
stupid this looks. This is so fucking stupid, bro. Like,
just when you think, like, there's no way it gets worse. Like, there's no way that it gets worse. They find a way.
How they
and
make it
it's
worse.
genuinely impressive. Like, it's genuinely impressive. I don't know how they manage. Because a lot of games, it's about subverting expectations, right? It's like, oh, you
also, why did they have to make her not only butch, but why they had to make her fat too? Like, they literally are like, let's go through all the stereotypes of what a lesbian is, and let's just do every one of them. And if anyone complains, we'll just cancel them.
expected us to do this boss fight in this way. Well, we're going to do it in this way. And there's a part 2 to the boss fight. And you're like, oh, wow, you subverted my expectations and blew me away all the more. With this, it's like you expected it to be bad.
you don't
Hold
know
my
how bad it can
LaCroix.
get.
Let me show you what's up. It's just unbelievable.
There's no way it gets worse than this
Oh,
shit.
man. Let's just actually see how she
Look
played.
at what it says, bro.
Oh, well, that was cool.
It says going on apocalyptic vacay in 3.
Hold
I'd like to issue an apology to all of the people that aren't millennials for the damage that we've done to the culture.
on now. As an old millennial, damn near boomer myself, damn near Gen Xer, did it? No, that's not. No, that wasn't. No, that wasn't us who did that. There's a reason why the millennials like how oftentimes are millennials like in the conservative areas doing dumb shit like this? Not as much, right? And I'm not trying to make it a liberal versus conservative thing. I'm really not. I'm just saying that all this shit's coming out of California. Or am I 90s? Bro, I was born in 83. I'm 41. I'm an 80s. I'm barely a millennial. Like literally like beginning of the millennial generation. I'm middle aged. Okay. And I can tell you right now, this is in the mid. What? Yeah, I don't look at that. Bro, you lose 230 pounds. You'd be amazed at what you look like afterwards. I'm telling you. But this is not a millennial thing. This is not a millennial thing. This is a East Coast, or not East Coast. This is a West Coast culture thing. You're not seeing this shit out of Texas. You're not seeing this shit out of Arkansas. You're not seeing this shit out of Florida. You're seeing this shit out of California. Let's just be real here. It's just crazy. 1990, you're old. Bro, you're not old. You're still, 30-something years old. You are good. Trust me. Look, what's that? Let's see. You're 90. Have you at 34? I can tell you right now, as a guy who just got through with his 30s, my 30s was an awesome fucking decade, man. 34. My 30s were great. I hope yours are too. Most of the people I know who are past their 30s love their 30s.
I never wanted to go like this. I don't know why we do this. I think it's just as bad as you do, I promise.
Let's just actually see how she plays. Hello. Oh God.
See, the movements and stuff look cool.
Okay, that's a cool ultimate. I need to do it next to them, but still. Okay. Boop, boop, boop.
Oh, man.
You gotta get back in the swing of things, fam.
Oh, man.
It's been too long.
Wait, did they just copy Frozone? Nerds for life? Hell yeah, nerds for life, brother. But did they just copied Frozone from Incredibles?
Too long, or has it been long enough? I don't know.
Or Iceman from X-Men.
Wow.
I don't know why they decided to.
Like, imagine playing this game instead of the first Descendant. Imagine, like, you have a choice. You could play 2 games and you decide, I'm gonna boot this up.
Just freeze, light on fire, and have a fire ability. Because it literally doesn't make sense, but whatever.
This trash for real? Yeah.
What do I know? I'm just the dumbass that spent $10 to get the character.
Well, he write it off as a tax expense. It's okay. He's fine.
Where's my super suit? Bro, you don't want this super suit. She done stretched the fuck out of that suit. You ain't gonna be able to fit into it, neither am I.
They're super villains, whatever. But, like, casually running around the map, and it's like, oh, yeah, we gotta remind people that this is like a character with a family and a wife that she loves. So let's talk about upcycling. It's just like,
what's an upcycle?
Again, do they expect us to like snap in agreement? I just don't get it, dude. I gotta turn my brain off. The more I try to think about what's happening to me right now, the less it makes sense, and my brain just breaks more. Like, you just can't think about it. You can't think about it, or you'll drive yourself mad.
Washing machine?
Congratulations on the opposite of dying.
Did it just say congratulations on the opposite of dying?
Is like every single
Wait, was that the South Park voice? Hold on.
Congratulations on the opposite of dying.
Dude, that sounds like one of the South Park guys. What the fuck? And this is supposed to be a super... Okay.
It's like, this is the kind of, it's like they took every loser from every high school.
It's AI.
And they
AI's not that bad.
In the same room, and this is what they come up with.
That only people can come up with something that bad. Machines are too intelligent to come up with something that bad. And even if they did, by the end of the week, they'd have something better than that shit.
Like, every person that like eats lunch alone that's got no friends, that nobody wants to be around them.
No, see, I don't agree with that. I think it's always those kids that had hard press opinions in high school that just alienated everyone around them, but they didn't realize they were socially fucking weird. And then they made video games. It's not isolated people. The whole trope of the isolated, like, self-destructive or like, brooding artist has been around for fucking decades, and they created better shit than this most of the time. So I think it's just a bunch of fucking losers who always had like hard pressed opinions and shit like that. And then they come up with shit like this.
Nah, you say every Juggalo? Nah, I tell you one thing, bro. If Juggalos made a game, that shit would go hard.
He's right. I don't know if you know what Juggalos are. They're the Insane Clown Posse like followers. Dude, those I've seen like documentaries on them. They seem like cool people, man.
It'd be like Twisted Metal mixed with like Dead by Daylight. Shit would go crazy.
So the Juggalos are people who are fans of a band called the Insane Clown Posse, and they paint up their face and they drink Fuego or something like that. That's the drink, and they just basically like at first I thought it was a meme. I thought it was a joke, and then there was like I think was it S-Fan or something like that followed one of their concerts around and went to them, and at first I thought it was just something to joke about, but no, they were like really welcoming. They were really cool people, it seemed like. But yeah, dude, if they made a video game, that'd be pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. I think it would be.
It probably wouldn't work right.
There's something about people who had that outside the box personality that tend to make the coolest shit. It doesn't matter what it is, they just tend to make the coolest shit.
But the idea would be there.
Idiots doing? Get the Flash into stasis and get back to work.
Wish you were always that fun, Flasher. We'll make a sidekick out of you yet.
Yeah, they didn't.
Man.
They didn't even like do cutscenes for it. They just did like
That's
still
smart.
shots.
They
They
shouldn't
did
have
a
done
full-on
cutscenes.
redfall. They redfalled it. It's just tonally, it's really weird, dude.
No,
The
it's
game
not
is
weird. You gotta understand that like the people that make this are like weird loser millennials that don't have friends. And if you look at
They do have friends. I guarantee you they do have friends, and their friends are shit friends because they don't call them out when they do dumb shit like this. You had to have asshole friends who call you out, otherwise you start making dumb shit like this.
it from that angle, everything else makes perfect sense.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think probably they got too many hugs as a kid. Just saying.
It does. Like everything else just like this is really comes in and it just makes sense.
And a lot of participation trophies, which is a millennial thing to do now that I'm thinking about that.
Yeah. It's cheaper too. Yeah.
That's weird. You know, like
Those weird losers.
I don't even know what to say anymore. Another episode to the season.
Hugs, not
like a
drugs.
month or two, and when
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh, you're killing me on that. They probably did both. They probably did both.
they do that, it'll be another Brainiac reskin fight. But then nothing else. And then like another month or two after that,
I really applaud this guy for actually investing the time into playing this game and understanding it. Like I really it's like he taking a bullet for all of us.
Dude, his little setup he has right here is really cool. I mean, look, he's got the Titanic behind him. He's got 2 silver play, but he's got like the Raiders of the Temple of Doom skull. He's got a pyramid. I bet he's got Shungite. You know, a dude like this got some Shungite around. I'm telling you, I could sense it. I can sense the Shungite. Is that Hogwarts too? If that's Hogwarts, this guy reached a whole new level of cool I wish to be. Shungite or not.
That's respectable.
Season 3, which is going to have another playable character. Does anyone in chat remember what the third playable character is? I have already forgotten. Oh yeah, Zoe Lawton. That's right.
You expect my setup to be like, fuck no. That's too much work. I'm lazy as fuck. That's why I'm watching one content that's why I'm watching one content creator react to another content creator is because I'm lazy.
Or whatever. She's grown up since that photo was taken, but not enough to know better. Her and her crew are smuggling in Kuluan weapons from the Metropolis invasion to steal from Gotham's elite in Robin Hood style heists. Wealth.
I will say this though, I think my hairline's better than Asmongold's.
Like a meme of
I'm just saying.
itself at this point. They're like,
I think it
again,
is.
all of the writing is just like they expect you to just go. It's unbelievable. Like again, they're supposed to be putting characters in that are like freaking badass and that you're getting super, super excited for.
Well, they are getting super excited for those things because this is the way they think. Like, they don't think the way that you think. They're weird.
It's not that they don't think the way they think. They're trying to self-insert a lot of times. I wonder. Hold on, Rocksteady. Who are the? Hold on, Suicide Squad. I wonder if one of the game developers either is
And
dating
instead they're doing
or
this
looks
stuff.
like some of the
Like, give me
characters on there.
actual Robin Hood, and I'd be more.
And it's a self-insert.
Yeah.
I wonder. I'm not saying it
This
is.
also
I'm just
why I
wondering.
said, like, I'm personally not that worried about like activist participation.
This is like one level away from Pink Kryptonite. I don't know if you know that reference.
Participation in the games industry, because when they do
So Pink Kryptonite was a kryptonite that turned Superman gay whenever he was around it. That's literally in the comics. Pink Kryptonite. I'm not joking. Hold on. Pink Kryptonite. Here it is. Pink Kryptonite is a type of kryptonite that seemingly turns Kryptonians gay. This type of kryptonite only made one appearance in comics and was used as a satire of plots of Silver Age comic stories featuring some strange new form of kryptonite. This is that level of what the fuck. In my opinion. That's what this is. This is Pink Kryptonite.
you get the chance to basically write a game story and characters and stuff, as seems to be the case with Suicide Squad, it almost always reveals itself in a hilarious way because they're not.
It's racist.
Wait, what's the new Superman movie about?
That's the reason why. Is that like that's the same thing I said with the what do you call it? With like that Mrs. Freeze thing. Oh yeah, we're gonna add a lesbian and let's make sure everybody knows she's a lesbian by making her look non-feminine.
They didn't make her look non-feminine. Non-feminine means that she looked masculine. She didn't even look masculine. She looked like Jabba the Hutt. Like, I don't know why they can't have, why don't, like, what? I don't understand. I don't know.
Oh my god. Just oh my god.
Maybe it is.
What is wrong with you?
Maybe the new Superman movie's antagonist is going to be Pink Kryptonite.
It's so bad, bro. Like, oh.
I mean, let's be real here. They should have pulled one more movie out of Henry Cavill.
Good at it. Like,
Henry Cavill shouldn't have been replaced just yet. He had one more movie in him.
Experts.
Yeah.
They are.
He was like 3 cycles of steroids away from being Superman again. Like he was on it. I saw him in The Witcher. We could have had one more Henry Cavill movie as him as Superman and sent him off proper way.
For a video game because you've been hired to.
I feel bad. That dude gets fucked over a lot by the
The
industry.
story's probably gonna be bad.
Yep.
And with this stuff, like it ends up floating to the top almost every single time, where the game just reveals itself to be very, very cringy, very bad. And as a result,
I guarantee you, if you spent an hour with one of these people,
They did, but he's supposed to be doing a Highlander remake. So Cavill's supposed to be doing a Highlander remake, which I hope he does good. He seems like a really nice person. He seems to be respectful of fan bases, and I would like to see him succeed. I would like to see more actors and actresses who actually pay respect to the fan base and the source material to succeed more, just like the writers and directors too.
And like you had to have dinner with them.
What about Warhammer? I think he's still working on that, but he's in a producer role. I don't think he's. My understanding is he's, but I have no idea. But last time I heard, he was still working on the Warhammer stuff.
Like you go to like some hipster bar and they just get to talk for an hour. At the end of that hour, you want to jump off a bridge. Can you imagine hearing the way they think? Like that's the way it is, man. Like it's sad. Like fuck that. Yeah, I know it's weird, man. It really is. How you making it an hour? I could survive it. Like, I can listen to plenty of dumbasses. I got some in my beard. What's the
True.
fuck is that in my beard? What the fuck is that shit? God fucking damn it. What the fuck is this? Oh, I guess in my beard. There it is. Okay, we got it. What the
What?
fuck?
The
Okay.
market kind
It's
of
just,
adjusts
guy, it's just some cum. Don't worry about it, guys. It's fine.
The
I was up late
fuck?
last night.
for it. Like,
Jesus.
Kind of just a pile of garbage.
I guess millionaires have to pay bills too, man. I don't know what to say. Like, holy shit.
And as a result,
Hey, I ain't gonna hate. I'm not far from that. I meet that sugar daddy. I'll do the same fucking thing. It says at some point it ain't gay. It's just business. Shit.
it's lost them $200 million.
So
I'm
far.
just of the mind that generally this stuff will fix itself, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Like it'll just sort of resolve itself because they'll put out a bunch of garbage and then it's like, wait, the game's bad? How could we have known? You know? It's like if you had asked literally anybody about this, they could have told you this was going to end this way. But what they
Yep.
did is they wrote off, according to their earnings call, their CFO said that they were writing off a $200 million loss. This isn't an article. This is from
Did he say $200 million loss? As long as you say no homo, it's good. Good
their
point.
earnings call, which you're down to listen to. You're free to listen to. It's available in investor relations on their website. But the CFO and the CEO described how they have had to account for a $200 million loss as a result of the failure of the video games they've launched in Q1 of this year. It's not technically Q1,
Jesus.
I think it's Q4 of their fiscal year. but you know what
$200
I'm saying.
million?
It has absolutely lost them hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, and
Yeah,
there
you
is
gotta
no
understand
question.
it. Like, the people that write games like this are just weird losers that if you were around them in real life, you would just absolutely hate them. And they hate themselves too. You got to keep that in mind as well. It's not like these people are happy. They're not happy. They hate themselves more than you hate
They still make wokeness.
them. It shows, yeah. And it's really disappointing to see them do this with their game. But at the end of the day, I think this stuff does work itself out, right? It's the free market at work. It might
That's
take
right.
some time. It's a big company.
Like I said, the bar's so low right now, people are not going to give a fuck about a lot of this stuff.
No, it's slower to turn the Titanic than a Viking longboat. It is, sure. But eventually it will turn, and eventually things will change.
Yep. I definitely have a better hairline than this guy.
Thank
I
God.
keep telling you.
Look at this. Stellar Blade new outfit with photo mode soon.
Okay, I don't need to see that one. That will get me banned. All right, let's see what else.